Doesn't matter who you are, what you do, or what kind of dog you have, or even if you have a dog, flyball is the sport for you. Today we're talking to someone from Scotland. Without further ado, here is Michelle. Welcome so much, Michelle, to the channel. If you could introduce yourself for us today.
Hi Alex, I'm Michelle Atkinson and I am the team captain of Carnegie Canine's flyball team in Dunfermline and Fife in Scotland.
Awesome. How long have you been playing for?
I've been playing for 7 years. Well, I started the team 7 years ago. Initially, I seen flyball at Crufts 2013 and went, oh, I want my dog to do that. Never seen it before, but I want my dog to do that. I had my little Springer, Lucy. So I done some Googling, found a team over in Edinburgh, went over for a session and just fell in love with it. So came home and started Googling flyball jumps, flyball boxes and how to start training. So I knew absolutely nothing when I started. I was running off YouTube on how to train box turns and but yeah, that's where it all started. And I was doing dog walking at the time, so when I was out collecting customers' dogs, I was like, well, have you heard of flyball? And I was like, it's great. And they were all like, what's flyball? So I started just initially just to get people involved with their dogs, get more interaction with their dogs, instead of just going for a walk around the park and getting chased. I mean, literally, we were running up and down the lanes with the dogs. We knew nothing. And then Alison Moyes, who's one of the judges, came to me and said, well, look, where are you training? And I was hiring a scout hut and we were just mucking about. So Alison brought her training techniques to me and then I started learning off Alison. And then it's just escalated. I mean, I think now I think we are the biggest team in Scotland. I couldn't imagine that 7 years ago.
For sure. How many dogs do you have, Michelle?
I've got 5, 2 that run and 3 that are retired. Lucy and Rory, and Molly's just no longer retired. She's 12 now. Lucy and Rory retired for health conditions, and I've got Isla and Derek who race.
Fair enough. What do you do for a living?
Well, I'm a full-time mechanic, I'm dog walker, come full-time mum. So I've been a full-time mum for the last 2 years.
That's awesome. Now, is there anything that you would recommend to someone starting out in flyball?
Oh, just have fun with your dog. The interaction between I mean, I didn't expect to be where I am 7 years ago, and I just literally started a team for people to have fun with their dogs, and that's where it all came from. But yeah, the main thing is having fun. I get kicks out of seeing people having fun with their dogs.
For sure.
And they get their achievements and see them in tears and everything. That's what I thrive for. Sorry, just readjusting.
That's cool. So is there a memorable dog out there that you remember that you got to see that you just really kind of got you kicked off to go?
Oh, seeing Hustle. Jeanette at Ace's Hustle's just unbelievable. Jeanette and Andrew and a group of them came up and done a training seminar last January with us, and that was just awesome.
That's cool. At what age do you usually start your flyball training at?
9 months really. We don't, depending on the background of the dog and the owner, I might start a little bit earlier, but tends to be, we take newbies in from 9 months.
Awesome. How long does it usually take to train a flyball dog?
I find it varies depending on the breed. I mean, obviously your collies pick up pretty quickly. But depending on the background, I've got a collie that's been out chasing horses and everything, and it's now taken me a year with that dog. And I've got him running on his own, but now the game is I want to chase. Yeah. So it really depends on what dog and the background of that dog.
For sure.
Rescues, I've got little Derek's a little rescue from me. He was left in a cage for 7 months, or his first 7 months, and he was absolutely petrified when I first got him. And he's now in my top team as my hype dog.
Awesome. That's cool. That's a good story. How often do you guys practice over there?
We do our teams on a Tuesday and a Thursday night, and then I run a newbies group for people that want involved on a Sunday. But we've got our own unit, so we can train as much as possible. So I'm at the unit every day, so my dogs get a couple of box turns in the morning and then come home and sleep the rest of the day.
That's awesome. And that building, you have turf in that building, correct?
Yeah, we've got AstroTurf. We run on 3G AstroTurf. We initially ran on crumb matting, and then when we went indoors, it was putting crumb matting on top of the concrete. It was just a bit hard. And then I done some Googling and I was like, well, agility run on AstroTurf. So what's to stop us running on AstroTurf? So I found some AstroTurf, and yeah, I got a bit slated when I put it down, but the teams that race on it, I love it. Genetic Aces, they're dying to come up and try it and see how their dogs run on it.
For sure.
So we're still trying to plan that, but for Genetic, I think it's about an 8 or 9 hour drive from where Genetic is to up here.
For sure. How often do you guys go to tournaments?
We really every month, one a month. Because we've got the units throughout winter, my team runs one tournament every month, because it's really hard to find indoor venues that'll allow dogs in. So I've got this big Maasai unit, and we run the comps throughout the winter in there, and then summer we're outdoors. So yeah, we're mainly the indoor tournament team. And then the other teams throughout summer I have ran an outdoor comp. But yeah, there's a lot more effort goes into running it outdoors than what it is indoors.
For sure. What would be the furthest you've been for flyball, for travel-wise?
It's got to be the championships. The 6-7 hours down the road, down to Derbyshire. But yeah, unreal event. 5 rings set up, side by sides, just immense.
That's awesome. What would be considered local tournaments for you? About how far of a drive?
Our local tournament is literally 5 miles away from my house. So, fall out of bed and go to the comp.
That's fair. Do you have a favorite tournament that you like to go to besides any of the championships?
Toot Fest, which is run by Commandos down in Darlington. Or it's easy peasy. There's one in Aberdeen as well, run by the Bankery team. The venue is just stunning. The scenery is just immense to be up there. Yeah, you get eaten alive by midges, but it's unreal. The views is just stunning.
That's awesome. Do you have anything that you take to tournaments that other people would consider weird?
Tuna.
Okay.
Isla likes our tuna.
That's awesome. That's a good thing. All right. What would be one of the most important things you learned when you first started playing flyball?
Don't give up. I've got one lady who's got a red and white collie, and he was just a nightmare when he first came. I mean, he was the aggression. He just didn't want to be beside any other dog, and she's now been with me coming up for 7 years, and we've now got him running open, and he's doing really, really well. So yeah, just don't give up, and have fun. That's the most important thing, is having fun.
For sure. If you're having fun, the dogs seem to have a lot more fun. So it's good.
Yeah. It's tiring, but it's fun and addictive, and that's what I tell everyone when they start. What's flyball? It's this really fun, addictive relay race.
For sure. Now, out of all your dogs, or maybe somebody else's dog that you've gotten to run, does one stand out for you more than the others?
I had Molly, who's not long retired. She was so good to run, but she was a lunatic. I mean, you see people standing at the side as she's climbing onto my shoulders, just wanting to go. Isla, the lurcher, she's a lot easier to run. You just let her go. But Molly, I rehomed off one of my customers when I was dog walking, and she's a collie Jack cross. But yeah, she's just a lunatic. Even now at 12, she would still go. but yeah, she's nuts.
For sure. Now, is there any place in the world that you would still love to travel to, whether it's compete, train, or even just watch?
It's got to be NAFA, Alex. It's got to be NAFA. Just, yeah, you've got to, yeah. The States is, you've got to go. If I could take all 5 dogs with me and my bairn, I would. But maybe when he's grown up, then I can leave the dogs with someone.
Fair enough. And do you watch the Can-Am when it's live feeding usually?
Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, got to. Jaden's even, my son's now, he's up watching it and trying to, I mean, he's 2 in a couple of months, so he's trying to put the ball in the hole and
I hear you. Mine's doing the exact same thing. That's sometimes it's not very helpful, but they're sure trying.
Yeah, just leave the ball there, Jaden. Oh no.
Yeah, 100%. So what exactly do you like about playing flyball?
The buzz of going faster. Yeah, just, I mean, our fastest time so far is 16:57, and I've took ages to try and break sub 17, and then we literally done it there in March. In the last comp before lockdown, we finally ran 16:57. Seed times now, all the teams are losing their seed times because of lockdown and no comps run. So at the moment we are sitting 3rd in the seedings.
That's awesome.
Even though they're still faster, but the seed times there's not there. So yeah, we're sitting 3rd just now.
That's cool. Do you got any more dogs coming up right away?
Oh, Alex, I've got loads coming up. I'll never stop taking anyone on for flyball. I help out at rescue kennels as well. So little Derek is one of them dogs from that rescue, and one of the other teams got his brother, so I took his brother and him on foster initially, and then we got we called them Derek and Dave, but Dave's now called Buddy. So but yeah, I've got 4 dogs from the kennels that I'm trying to get a team for the kennels, and we can have a laugh and run Carnegie second chance.
That's awesome. That's cool. So is there one team or maybe even just one person that you love racing against?
It's got to be Commandos. We've tried so hard to beat them, and they always win, but we actually did manage to beat them in February, and then we raced them again in March and they beat us, but we hit our 16:57, so it was eeks. I wasn't bothered they beat us. We hit 16:57.
For sure. Is there a team out there that you haven't been able to watch yet that you really want to?
Oh, Aces. The only time I get to see them is when they're running at Crufts. So yeah, we're trying to organise getting Jeanette and Andrew for Aces up with our team and let them run on the AstroTurf and get to race them. They're going to beat us, but at the end of the day, we get to race Aces.
That's right. Yeah, I would be looking forward to that too. That's awesome. What would be one of your earliest memories of flyball?
Our first comps, we only had literally 4 or 5 years, and we borrowed a minibus, and all of us went with the dogs in cages in the back of the minibus. But yeah, literally, I mean, we weren't even running in open, we were running in starters, but we all went and had a laugh, and but yeah, the minibus, that was the start of it.
How big was the minibus?
It was a 16-seater, so there was plenty of room.
Yeah. I have a 15-seater just for running around all the time. So, what would be another favorite memory, whether it's on or off the racing lanes?
Winning 3 divs at the champs last year. Well, we've been at the champs since 2015,
yeah.
And we won 1 division back in 2017 or 18, and then it's got to be 2017, and then last year we won Division 4, Division 21, and Division 26.
Wow.
So yeah. And the year after I'd had Jaden, because I missed out on the 2018 champs because I was overdue, shall we say.
You're supposed to plan around that stuff.
Oh, I tried to, yeah. I couldn't have planned it any worse. Jaden should have been a week old by the time of the champs last 2018, but he didn't come till the 25th. So yeah, I had to send the team all by themselves. And I streamed online, I was watching them.
That's awesome. So do you have any personal goals playing the sport?
Just keep going faster. Keep taking people on and going faster. Fat dogs is my pet hate. And dogs that don't have any recall. So if I'm out in the park and I see someone that's struggling to get their dog, I'll go and help them retrieve that dog, because I've got a squeaky voice and everyone knows me for my squeaky voice. So yeah, I do annoy people because they come and they say, oh, my dog's not doing this and my dog's not doing that, and then I'll take control of the dog and the dog does it.
That's awesome. Good for you. Now, do you have anyone that you look up to as a mentor in flyball, whether it was when you first started or continuing to this day?
Well, Alison, I can't thank Alison enough. She helped me right from the start. But then Jeanette came up, and Jeanette and Andrew came up and done a training seminar with us. And from that, I've learned so much from Jeanette. So much, and we message each other and I'll send her videos and stuff. But yeah, she was meant to be coming up in October last year, but something came up and it had to get pulled through, and then we were trying to organise to get them back up, and then something else came back up. So yeah, we're trying to get aces up to run on the AstroTurf, because even Jeanette thinks her dogs might run faster on it because it's so bouncy.
For sure, yeah, that'd definitely be an interesting thing to see. Now, do you have any hobbies outside of playing flyball?
Flyball. Flyball, yeah, that's all. My life revolves. My other half, he gets so hacked off because my phone's going ping, 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 ping. That'll be flyball then. But yeah, everything. My life revolves around flyball, whether it's training, whether it's dogs, whether it's going to the unit or the kennels or whatever. So yeah, everything is flyball just now anyway, until Jaden goes to nursery, and then I might have to go back to work.
Fair enough. That's cool. Yeah, flyball definitely can keep us busy if we want it to, so it's definitely a good thing.
Yeah.
All right, well, I think that's all the questions I have for you, Michelle, today. If there is anyone that I could get you to challenge to do an interview with me.
I've had this question's been going around and there's a couple of people, but I think as long as you understand me, I was going to go for one of the guys up in Bankery, but their accent is a whole lot worse than mine. So I'm going to send you south and go to Andrew Short from Commandos.
Okay, perfect. Well, hopefully I'll reach out to him real soon and get them on the channel. Thank you so much for being here today, and glad that you could take time out of your day to be here. Other than that, hopefully we can see each other on the racing lanes real soon. Thanks again, Michelle, for doing this. This was great to get to hear your voice, and hopefully we'll see each other real soon. If you guys are new here, make sure you hit that subscribe button still, and if you would, hit that like button as well. Hit that notification bell just to make sure you get notifications when a new video drops so you don't miss any new ones. If you guys would like some more information on flyball, check out the links in the description below. If you would like some information just on Michelle's team, there's also a link in the description below. Until next time, guys, see you then.